fam, today's video is in partnership with Penguin Random House and it is inspired by the book WAPA Otherworld by Jason Segel and Kirsten Miller. This book is about this video game called Otherworld and it's a game that everyone wants to play. Everyone wants to get their hands on it and play the heck out of it. So that's what some people do. They get their hands on the game and they play the game. When you play Otherworld, you completely leave your life behind, including your physical body. When the players get in the game though, they realize that something's up. Something not so good is up. And that's that the creators of the game are up to no good. And the players must figure out how they're going to get out of the mess before them. It's a really fun, action-packed story that I personally really enjoyed and I definitely recommend checking out. And it's obviously got a focus on video games, which is what is inspiring this video today. I decided that I would compile a list of books that I would like to see become video games. I'll admit that I'm not a huge gamer. I did grow up playing video games with my grandma. We used to play Super Mario all the time. It was the best. I had the best grandma. And from there, I played games like The Sims, Ratchet and Clank, Animal Crossing, and more recently I've gotten into things like Zelda. So I'm not like a massive gamer, but I enjoy video games when I get the chance to play them. So let's get started. Let me share with you some of the books that I would like to see be turned into video games. First up, A Darker Shade of Magic by B.E. Schwab. I just honestly think that this would make for such a great game, because the story itself just brings forth so many interesting things. The world itself is super fascinating. We've got Kel, who is jumping between all these alternate versions of London. So in the game you could play as Kel, alternating between all these different versions of London. And I also think that the conflict in this story is one that would translate well to video games. So I think this book would definitely work well as a video game. And I'd sure play the heck out of it. Sign me the heck up! I honestly wish it was a game where it came with Kel's coat and you could like use the coat as a controller. I know that would never happen, but it's a cool thought. Next up on my list I have WAPA Truthwitch by Susan DENNARD. If I remember correctly, I feel like I read somewhere that Susan was actually inspired by a video game while writing this story. So it just makes sense that while reading this book, I could just picture it as a video game. I would love to just be able to play a game where I could use the powers that are showcased throughout this story. In this series, we have several different types of witches with several different types of abilities. We have witches who can see connections between different people. We have witches who can tell truth from a lie. We have ones who can use words to manipulate people. So I would just like to jump into a game like this and to use some of those abilities. I'm thinking maybe like an RPG game style would work really well for this story. The next one is one that I just feel like has to be in this video, and that is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I mean, it's not like I'm a big old Ready Player One fanboy or anything. I mean, this book is about a place where reality is so bad that everybody looks to this virtual world called the Oasis. So I feel like it just makes sense that there should be a video game for this or a similar thing to the Oasis out there. I mean, we live in a world that is pretty okay. I mean, it's pretty crappy, I'll admit, but I try to look on the bright side of things. So it would be nice to have a place like the Oasis online to play games with friends and whatnot. And I feel like if there was a video game adaptation for this, that I would want it to be kind of an online world where I can get on there and play different games with my friends, different kind of mini games, which I'm sure there's probably something like that out there on the internet. I just haven't really looked into it because I've been busy reading books. Next up I have The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. I feel like this would just be such an epic story to play out in a video game format. It's got a nice balance of a really interesting magic system, really fascinating characters, and a super well developed plot. It's got every element that a great video game needs. Like, not only is it this fast-paced, high-intensity action story, it's also got nice character growth and this very detailed magic system. So please make this into a video game so I can play it. Pretty please. Lastly on my list, I have the Percy Jackson series. I need a Percy Jackson video game in my life. Just imagine playing as Percy and going through everything that he goes through throughout this series in a video game format. Yes, I am here for it. We've got battles with monsters. We've got puzzles and mazes. We've got battles within the camp. I really need this. I know that there was a video game made for the movie, but it was made for the movie, so I really don't know how good it is. Maybe it's an amazing game. I've never played it, so I can't tell y'all, but I just imagined if it was made based off the movie that it's probably not that great. So I need one based off the books. Make it happen! So those are 5 books that I would love to see be turned into video games. You guys should let me know down below in the comments a book that you would like to see be turned into a video game. Also, just let me know down below one of your favorite video games. Again, this video was inspired by Otherworld, so if this book sounds interesting to you, then definitely go and check it out. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I post videos frequently on this channel, so if you want to be notified as to when I post new videos, be sure to go and hit subscribe, or go and click the little bell icon and you'll be notified as to when I post new videos. I also post twice a week over on my second channel at youtube.com/JesseGeorgeVlogs. I post Wednesdays and Saturdays, so I will leave a link down in the description to that channel, so go and subscribe over there if you want more content from me. As always, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye, chew.